So I have not upgraded this list in over 3 weeks now, and this is probably the most stacked position in the game, the wide receiver position. This one has a lot of unstoppable cards, team of the week, legends, everything in between. They've been getting so many cards, even most feared cards in the game. But if you enjoy top 10s like this, we do gameplays and all the new cards as well. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers. And also comment down below which wide receivers you are rocking. But other than that, let's get into number 10. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. But number 10, we do have Mike Evans. I know he is a taller guy. I do feel like this is one of the years where I don't know if height is the biggest key factor in the world. I do still like it. I do think it'll bail you out in many cases. A lot of people are using smaller corners right now, like Avonte Maddox, Darrell Revis, and Rondé Barber. Those are some of the more popular names right now in the game. But Mike Evans right now, he is still missing a threshold at the route running. I think he is actually the only wide receiver on this list that does not hit a threshold of an 85 right there. As you guys know, an 84 is going to play just as bad as like a 75 in this game because how low it is right now. But you still have 90 medium, you still have 88 deep, you still are getting a 6'5" wide receiver, but you are limited on what routes you are going to run. If you've ever tried to run a zig route with Mike Evans, it is bad. It is bad. But I guess if you're running a lot of like deep post or like anything that are kind of pulling routes, I guess Mike Evans is not bad there. But if you're going for the tall wide receiver strat, I do think there are better cards in the game for you here. But number 9, we do got my guy Cooper Kupp, and this is a definite disappointing card right here in the game. Obviously, he just got a 90 most feared. This is one of the latest wide receivers in the game. It actually might be the late. No, actually, we just got one yesterday. What am I talking about? He's one of the latest wide receivers in the game, but he came with 88 speed. I know he's not the fastest guy in real life, but come on, give him an 89, right? We're so far into the 90s now. But he also has 90 catching, and you'll notice the catching traffic and the spec catcher not hitting thresholds. I always would rather have the route running thresholds than the catching. That's how I've always looked at it, because route running obviously is a big deal. If you have gift wrapped anyways, as you guys know, gift wrapped is broken. It's going to make up for all of those losses right there anyways. And he has 90 catching too, so he should be catching everything that's wide open regardless. But he has 91 short route running, 91 medium route running, and an 86, so he is hitting that deep route running threshold as well. I love Cooper Kupp. He has built-in slot-o-matic too, or slot apprentice, which is cool as well. And he also isn't tiny. He is 6'2". That is a good height. I really like those 6'2" to 6'3" guys because I feel like they run the routes the best, honestly, in this game. Cooper Kupp, definitely a top-tier wide receiver. There's no question about it. Or top 10 at least. He's still good, but you guys know I'm really running a most feared theme team, so mine's a little bit better than normal. And at number 8, we have another 6'2" wide receiver in the LTD Keenan Allen. He's actually tanked in price. I think he's under 500K now. Obviously, he's not like top 5, top 6 anymore, so he's going to be down in price. 88 speed once again, but you'll notice across the board, basically he is kind of Cooper Kupp, but they gave him actually good catching, right? 91 catching, 89 catching traffic, 89 spec, and then he has 2 route runnings above 90 as well, and then even an 88 medium to make up for it. And then, like I said, 6'2". He also gets every ability. I think it's short in, short out if you wanted it. He gets all the apprentices you need on a wide receiver. I don't know why we're like downgrading cards, especially for most feared, because Cooper Kupp and Keenan Allen, I mean, like with a card coming out like 2 weeks later, and for the most feared promo, I feel like Cooper Kupp should have been better. But I mean, when you compare them side to side, Keenan Allen is the better card. So moving over to number 7, I think this is a very interchangeable one. I know you are losing 2 inches in height. You might be able to put Keenan above him, but I love that Stephon Diggs hits all 3 of those thresholds for the 90 medium route running, short route running, and deep route running. If you play all pro, you need 90 if you do not know that. If you play all Madden, it is 85. So looking at Stephon Diggs, he hits it for both of them. He's the best of both worlds. He can run every route to a crisp T like any wide receiver in the game basically can. But you can see when it looks at the wide receiver stats, the catching stats, all of them are above 85 as well. Diggs was actually one of the cards that I've actually loved in this game. I felt like he moved amazing after the catch. He obviously is 6 foot, so he's not the tallest, he's not the smallest, but like I said, he's gonna play really, really well with that build in the game. Stephon Diggs, really good card, but like I said, I wouldn't mind it if you put Keenan Allen above him. At number 6, we have a lot of Team of the Week cards right here in a row. We got our guy DJ Moore, but we're officially hitting that 89 speed. I do think speed is probably something you do want in this game still. I still think it is very, very valuable. You'll notice with DJ Moore, despite getting the speed boost, like I said, they are making these cards really weird. Look at his stats compared to a guy like Diggs and Keenan Allen who came out not too long ago. At least he's hitting the all Madden thresholds right there. We're all playing MUT champs anyways. That's in all Madden. The events in all Madden as well. So I really go off the 85 threshold for the most part here. He's hitting all those at least. He does have 92 short, but the stats are definitely a lot lower for a 90 overall. But like I said, hitting that 89 speed, having good speed is definitely a big factor in this game. And right now, you want to beat all those corners. We're starting to get 91 speed corners. We have a 90 speed Darrell Revis now too. Those 88 speed guys are a little bit, they're falling off a little bit here. At number 5, I do have Tyreek Hill. And Tyreek Hill, as you guys know, when he came out, he was by far the fastest car in the game. I think the highest we had was an 88 speed, and then he got dropped out with a 90, which was absolutely insane. But as you guys know, we have now gotten a couple 90 speed guys in the game. Obviously, our tight ends are getting 90 speed as well. So a guy like Tyreek Hill, where his only value was the speed, is kind of like losing his value there, right? You are a 5'9" wide receiver, which I don't really care too much for the height on wide receiver. Honestly, if they're getting open, they're getting open. And a guy like Tyreek Hill, in a game that is so offensive, Tyreek Hill was absolutely amazing regardless. And the catching stats, like I said earlier, with gift wrapped, all those catching stats are going to be absolutely amazing regardless. And the route running, no 90 right there, but having all 85 plus was nice. I just think with Tyreek Hill, he lost a lot of value as we started to see a lot more fast wide receivers come out, but still a top 5 wide receiver because hitting that 90 speed still is still nice, but I can't put him at 1 or 2 like he was in the last list. And moving to number 4, we have a card that I have actually not played against once. I got to use him for a couple games, but he was way too much to keep on the squad. Torrey Holt right now, I think the only way you have him is if you have a big baller squad or if you just love the Rams, right? I don't know. The Rams team is kind of jumping right now. They just got OBJ as well. Torrey Holt's actually a good card though, 89 speed. So the way I look at him is he is a DJ Moore with better stats all around, right? You're going to get a 90 short route running, a 90 medium. The 89 deep is really nice too. None of the catchings are above 90, but Torrey Holt, a card that is just going to play just fine in the game. He has good speed, good build as well. Not too tiny, not too tall where he's going to be clunky. He's going to fry man coverage if people still are running man coverage post-patch. Don't know why you would be, but Torrey Holt, man, this card is definitely very good in the game right now. I think this card, I don't know, man. It's tough. I want to use him more, but that price is ridiculous. I think he's still 800K plus right now. At number 3, I know we are losing speed right here. We are going back down to 88 speed, but I do think Calvin Johnson is truly an elite wide receiver in this game. I do think having 90 spec catch alongside gift wrapped will allow for a lot of bailout, terrible reads to be caught. That's what I look at Calvin Johnson. The spec catch, I think, is insane. Obviously on a 6'5", 236-pound wide receiver. He has 90 medium route running and 91 deep route running, but the difference with him and Mike Evans is he is not just getting killed on the short running either. He does have that 88, which is very viable as well. Calvin Johnson, like I said, you don't got to be the best player in the world to use this card. You could be actually legally blind and probably still use him. This card is very, very good. I love Calvin Johnson. I feel like you always need like one tall wide receiver in your team. You need at least one, right? For the most part, that's how I actually feel. Like Calvin Johnson, he's got like 120K too. Yeah, this guy's elite, man. No matter how you want to put him, if you want to put him at 4 or 5, for a card being this cheap, that's great for the game, man. All right, so tied for 1. I guess we're going to do a 1A, 1B thing in the game. I know you need 3 wide receivers on your team regardless, so I'm going to throw a 1A, 1B right here for you guys. I couldn't decide either. I feel like no matter what I put at number 1, I was going to be wrong in the comments anyways. So we went with Odell and DK right here. If I had to pick one, and I'm going to be completely honest, I think I still would go with DK, but Odell is just right there on his tail regardless. He has 91 speed, so the only 91 speed offensive player in the game. He obviously has amazing stats too. You can see DK still sitting at 6'3" as well at 90 speed is absolutely ridiculous. And you can see the route running between the both. Odell has 290 pluses and so does DK. It really depends. Do you want the height or do you want the speed? Like I said, I think if you're building a God squad, you probably want both of them. But man, both of these cards are elite. I obviously added Odell to the team. We did the gameplay yesterday. So if you're looking to see how he plays before you make the big purchase, I think he's 800K right now. Go watch that gameplay, man. This card is definitely very, very good. And that was one of the best games we recorded yet. But other than that, man, I think these guys are they have to be a lock no matter how you want to put it at 1 and 2. All right, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which wide receivers are you rocking right now in the game. Are you a big wide receiver guy like the DK, Mike Evans, and I don't even know, Kyle Pitts at wide receiver as well? Or are you guys like the mixed like me? I'm like a DK, OBJ, and I think we're using Cooper Kupp as well. We got like the best of every single height right now in the team. I don't know. I love reading your guys' teams. Make sure to comment down below which 3 you are using, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. We got some Team of the Weeks coming out tomorrow. Most Feared as well on Thursday. This should be a great week of content, and I hope to see you guys there, man. Peace out, boys.